Good evening. My name is Sean Murray. I'm here to talk about the new residential meal plans tonight. The webinar will be recorded, so you'll have a chance to look back at it at another time. And I'm with Julie Saguse. And also we have online Jason Mellon, who's going to talk a little bit about the housing portal and that interface between selecting a meal plan or changing your meal plan and how that works. Tonight we're just going to go through the web page, pretty much the dining web page that explains the meal plan, and discuss it in a little bit of detail. Then we will open it up for questions, and we'll get to all of the questions, I believe. You can, there's a question and answer interface that you have in the webinar, and you can type in your questions there. Anything good like that?
No.
No? Okay. So I'll just begin with the residential meal plans. What I have showing here is the web page at dining.ucmerced.edu and the 2019-2020 residential meal plans. And I'll try to control this a little quick. Basically, we've displayed the academic year pricing and the semester pricing in a table here. We have five plans available for residents who live on campus, and a sixth plan that is also available for the students who have a contract at the Heritage Apartments. The academic year price here is for 2 semesters for the academic year. The CAT dollar value that's associated with those plans is included in that price. And yeah, pretty much there's 3 plans that provide a number of meals per week, swipes, that get you into the dining pavilion. In the dining pavilion, there'll be cashiers at the entrances, and as you enter, you present your CAT card and swipe for access to the dining center. And then you have available to you all of the stations and all of the menu items that are open in whatever quantity that you care to eat for that day, or for that meal pass. The NE11 is 11 meals per week. It runs Saturday through Friday night, and then it renews to the 11 passes that you would have. NE14 is, and NE17 is the same thing. The unlimited plan, the everyday unlimited plan, is access to the dining pavilion as many times as you want in a day or in a week. You can go in for milk and cookies. You can go in for a meal with a friend and not have anything, and it doesn't impact your cost. It just provides, so if you really don't know how you want to live or how much you're going to eat, you can just go in and it's like your own personal kitchen. We have a plan Monday through Friday for students who may not be here often on the weekend. That's unlimited. It works in the same way, but just Monday through Friday. Moving on here, we have the additional plan for Heritage students. Heritage students are off campus, and we try to design a plan that would meet their needs and provide access to the dining hall. The number of passes is 6 meals per week. The CAT dollars included is a lot more. It's $1,000 per year, or $500 per semester. And with that, you also get some meal plan dollars. It's a declining balance, $600 for the semester. That allows you to access the dining pavilion and some of the other locations that are going to be open on campus. This first set of meal plans here is, let me slow that down there. This first set that I was referring to is for the all-you-can-eat meal plan in the dining pavilion exclusively. We have, I want to go through there's all the descriptions here about each of these components of the meal plan dollars, CAT dollars, guest passes. The meal plans have guest passes that can be used to pay for a guest to come in. If you have your parents on campus, you can use the guest pass to get them into the dining hall. Here is a table that explains the difference between the meal plan dollars and where you can spend them and how they are used, and the CAT dollars. The meal plan dollars are only available in the Heritage Plan, and they roll over from fall to spring, but they expire at the end of the academic year. You can spend this money in the pavilion in the Yablikoff Wallace Dining Center, where there will be the third-party vendors, local restaurants who are running stations in that facility. For the food trucks on campus that will be in various locations at the Lantern Cafe and in the Summits Marketplace, which is our convenience store, in vending, and at Produce on the Go. You can essentially purchase any food item with meal plan dollars. CAT dollars are a little different. They roll over from year to year. They don't go away. When you separate from the university, you can request a refund and get all of those CAT dollars returned to you. They are good for food, all of the same food locations, but you can also use CAT dollars to pay for printing or pay for laundry services or buy some sundry items, non-food items, and they're also redeemed at the campus store. You can spend money at the campus store that way. So right at this moment, I'd like to, we're going to go through some questions, some frequently asked questions, and then, well, I think I'll let Jason describe the portal at this point and let you know how to change your meal plan or upgrade it in the middle of the semester, or if you're running into problems with the meal plan that you selected and it's not the correct one, he will let you know how that is carried over. So.
All right, thank you, Sean. So go ahead and I will do a quick demonstration of our housing portal. So it'll be a nice and simple process for those who want to change their meal plan. Now, students have the option to change their meal plan to any plan they would like through this Friday, August 9th. After that, we'll begin loading the meal plans, and from the rest of the semester, meal plans can only be upgraded. Meaning, if you have an NE11 plan, you can upgrade to the higher plan, such as the unlimited, but you couldn't downgrade from an unlimited plan down to an NE11 plan. The way the meal plans work are, as Sean mentioned, is they start on Saturday and end on Friday night. So when you upgrade your meal plan, it becomes effective the following Saturday. So you'll need to upgrade your meal plans on the housing portal by Fridays at noon. And then that following Saturday, you'll have the additional meal swipes available to you. Any changes to your student bill will usually appear within 1 to 2 weeks. Similarly, if you have recently changed your meal plan on the housing portal and your bill does not reflect that change, it will be updated soon. We're going through and ensuring that all the student bills are matching the most recent changes. As long as your student portal is reflecting your desired meal plan, then your bill will be updated by the time the payment deadline comes in a few weeks. The process of changing a meal plan is quite simple. When you log into the front page of your housing portal, which you can see here, over on the right-hand side is a new meal plan section that displays what your current plan is. And to make a change, all you'll do is say change meal plan, which will take you back to the meal plan selection screen. All right, let's try this. All right, there we go. So you'll just be able to select any of the available plans. And again, as was mentioned, that if you are in the Heritage Apartments, that you'll have the additional any 6 meal plan on this list. Now, after the August 9th deadline, when you go to make a change in your plan, you'll only see any plans that are able to be upgraded. So the plans that are lower level will not appear to you. And then once you're done, you can say save and continue, and you'll be taken back to your housing status page and receive a confirmation email that your meal plan has been changed. And like I said, once any changes made by August 9th will be in effect, and those will begin being active as of August 17th. And then any changes after the 17th will become effective the following Saturday. So that's pretty much the process. It's nice and simple. And if you run into any problems, you're more than welcome to email dining@ucmerced.edu or stop by the housing office, and one of our staff can give you a hand process. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, Jason. There may be questions about this as we go. I'll flip back to to our web page here. And then we have some questions, and we'll go through and start answering them. The first question we have is, can you bring food out of the dining areas? And for a matter of food safety and control of the program, since typically it's one meal for the person who's on a meal plan, you won't be able to take your meals out to go. We will be providing a limited carry-out menu for snacks. There'll be fruit and cookies and a small item to take out to go. There are some students who are interested in having that kind of service so that they can take something to class and eat it later when they know they're going to be hungry. The next question, are there vegan options? The chefs are going to provide vegan options, vegetarian options. They treat these dietary options like you would Italian cuisine or Mexican cuisine. And there will be plenty of those options in the menu.
You can also view our 3-week cycle menu also on our dining website if you just want to take a look at what will be available per week in a stand. There might be other additional options available on a daily basis, but you can kind of see what the week will look like just by going to the Pavilion tab.
Is it all-you-can-eat buffet style? Yes, it is. There is all-you-can-eat buffet style, pretty much. There'll be some menu items put together as a plate or as a portion and given to you, and you can come back as frequently as you want to get more. So yes. Where can we use our meal plan swipes? Well, it's only in the Pavilion Dining Hall where you can use your meal plan swipes. Hello, I will be housing on campus this upcoming semester. Due to specific allergies, I could only eat some foods. Is it possible to avoid paying the meal plan due to specific allergies? We will be providing identifiers for allergens in the menu items there. and there we would like you to, if you have a really serious issue, you definitely want to go to Student Accessibility Services and get that documented, and they will let us know what kinds of accommodations we could make for you. But generally, just for, you know, like a wheat allergy or a if it's a wheat sensitivity and not a gluten allergy, or tree nuts, or other kind eggs or fish, shellfish. Some people are allergic to dairy. They're common allergens, and we will identify those allergens in each of the stations on the menu so that you can avoid those items. If you want to meet with the executive chef, you can email us at the dining@ucmerced.edu, and the executive chef will reach out to you and be happy to meet with you and show you around the dining hall and show you how it works, and make sure that you can find everything you need there. Do you have anything to add to that?
Not to that one. There are a few questions on this side too. We have lost them. There's this question here.
For unlimited meal plan, is there any limit on the items you pick? And there the answer is no. Everything that's available in the menu and in these stations would be you would be able to pick. There's no limit to you once you're in the facility and you've paid your swipe. Here's an example of, I'm not sure which station is. So there's a 3-week cycle menu, and it just rotates through the meals, and these items are what's planned by the chefs at this point.
And we're working on building ingredient lists from this. So if it's a staple item that we provide on a weekly basis, you can just take a look at what ingredients are included in that. And that is, in essence, the recipe that's used. But if you ever have questions or concerns when in the facility, you can always ask to speak to a chef just to have just that assurance that the menu item is free of the allergen that you're concerned about. There was another question here.
Okay. Are organic and gluten-free items labeled? Yes, they would be labeled. We do get a lot of, sometimes we get a lot of organic produce, and all of that would be labeled in the stations. How do you use a guest pass? It's quite simple. When you're at the door with your guest, you would present your card to swipe for your meal pass, and then you would tell the cashier you wanted to pay for a guest, and they would simply register the guest pass on the cash register, and then swipe your card again to pay for it with the guest pass. Where did the questions go?
There are a few questions down here, though, and the last 3 on the Zoom. Okay. One thing to note, too, is that your swipes, whether you're on the any swipe plan or the unlimited plans, you can't use your swipes to pay for a guest. So that is the reason why you do have those guest passes. So 3 per semester, so you can pay for a family, a friend, or somebody like who you want to host to dine by themselves or dine with you when eating in the pavilion.
I have a question. Are the swipes good starting move-in day or the start of classes? And the meals will be, the plan will start when on move-in day. Are you given CAT dollars all at once, or is it split between 2 semesters? You're given CAT dollars once each semester. So I think it's just the semester amount for the semester all at once at the beginning of the semester. So you can run out of them, but you also can add CAT dollars at any time through, where is that? Where can they add?
You can add CAT dollars, I believe via the My Bill.
Yes. And parents can have access to an ability to, through their portal, to add CAT dollars to your account as well. I think we did that one. Somebody, I just saw that somebody wanted to elaborate on CAT dollars. I think we did. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that was the last question. About the DC. What about the DC? Is my meal plan only effective at the pavilion? You can spend CAT dollars, cash, and credit card at the DC. You can spend the CAT dollars from your meal plan at the DC. And I think when you're saying the DC, you're referring to the Yablokov Wallace Dining Center. The meal plan swipes are only available at the pavilion. We keep getting that same question there. And the CAT dollars were at the top again. Is there an available meal plan for use for only one semester, not all year? It is a semester by semester plan. If you're living on campus and you have a housing contract, you're required to have a meal plan. So unless you're planning to be away on an exchange or for some other reason you move off campus, you would have a meal plan. But if you were on exchange, you wouldn't need to have a meal plan, that kind of situation.
But you can't.
And then Sean just want to add in that students in November will have a chance to select a new meal plan for the spring semester.
Oh yes, so that's a good point. Each semester you can change the meal plan. So if you've purchased one plan and you find that for whatever reason it doesn't meet your lifestyle on campus, you can choose a different meal plan in the next semester. And that opens up in November, is that right? So.
Yeah, November 1st.
For unlimited meal plan, is there any limit on that? No, we keep seeing the same questions, I guess. It jumps to the top for some reason. Are there options to, are there options for a keto diet?
I think that if you're on really any diet, there are ways to customize your meals to fit your needs. And I would suggest that there are certain things that you want to see to make sure that you email us at dining@ucmerced.edu, and we can look into it and see if we can add that to our weekly rotational menus.
That's something I would like to emphasize at this moment. Just in general, that email address is where you are put in touch with the managers of dining services, myself, Julie, and the executive chefs and other chefs. And they take very seriously any suggestions that you might have for menu items, for changes, for whatever it is. They're very open to hearing what people want and trying to implement that as best they can. And we respond to all of the emails that come to that address. Some of us were told that food trucks tend to be on campus. Will those trucks charge students full price as listed on their menus, or will it be a discounted price? The food trucks on campus will charge the price that they display on their menus on campus. Within their contract, they are to keep their prices in a certain range. So it's clearly stated, and it's what you see is what they should be charging you for the meals that you purchase there. I was told that the meal plan was more like a debit card system rather than a swipe countdown. Is that true? That is not true in the past. This is a new system this year. In the past, we had a declining balance meal plan where you had a fixed dollar amount for the semester. You went in, you purchased things that had a price. You paid a cashier at different state or on your way out or at different stations, and it would debit your card or your account. That is still the case for the Heritage meal plan dollars, and that's the way the CAT dollars work. But primarily, the meal swipes is the way to pay for meals in this program.
And then it might not be clear for everyone, but all aspects of your meal plan, the swipes, the CAT dollars, the meal plan dollars, if you have the Heritage plan, all belong on plans on your CAT card. So the meal plan swipes in the pavilion will be pulled from swiping your CAT card. If you go in to the Ablacoffolis Dining Center or visit a food truck and you have CAT dollars, that money will be pulled when we swipe your CAT card. So it's dependent upon where you go. So in terms of you utilizing your CAT dollars or your meal plan dollars, if you do have that, those dollars do act as a declining meal balance. Just to remember the rules as we have them listed on the website.
I have a question here. Will our meal plan swipes count in the marketplace, or is it the CAT dollars? And yes, it is the CAT dollars. I think we answered that question. The swipes are only for the pavilion. The meal plan dollars will also count in the marketplace. Do you need to swipe in order to get in? Do you need to swipe in order to get into the dining hall? The answer is yes. In order to get in, the cashiers will be at the doors, at the entrances to the dining halls, and to get in, you will present your card and it will be swiped. Can you please, let's see. Is one guest pass equivalent to one meal? And the answer is yes. It works just the same as a swipe. The guest pass allows the guest to eat whatever they want while in there, just the same as a student would. Is this a new question? Do CAT dollars roll over?
Yeah, so they're upvoting, so some are pushed up in priority. Have you answered this one?
Yeah, I think we did. So the question is, elaborate on CAT dollars. Are they included in the overall meal plan price, or are they bought separately? And the answer is both. So on the website, we show that the CAT dollars that are included in the price for the year or the semester, and you can always purchase more CAT dollars and add them in to your account. And CAT dollars roll over from year to year until you use them all up or until you separate from the university. And at that time, you can request a refund and a credit or a check will be issued to you. Are we assigned a meal plan card? If so, when do we get it? Or do we use the ID card we were given at orientation? Yes, you use your CAT card. Your ID card is your meal plan card. Remember that card gets you into door access. It will get you onto the buses. You need that card everywhere. Do you want to add something to that? Could somebody repeat the answer to my previous question about being able to bring food out of the dining area, because I missed the answer? I'm sorry for that. When you're in the all-you-can-eat area in the dining pavilion, you are not allowed to take your food out. Of course, there'll be space out in the patio for you to eat at the tables there, but everything is designed for a dining-in experience. We will have a few snack items available to carry out with you as part of your swipe. I didn't go to orientation. When can I get my CAT card? I think you can get it when you're on campus at the CAT card office. Yeah.
So there are some side questions too. There's one, when you say you have to swipe in the pavilion, does that mean the food area or the whole building? It does mean the whole building. So when there's going to be 3 main entrances, the rest will be only available for exit. You'll swipe to enter, and then you can either decide to eat right away or take your time. That's up to you, but it will be a swipe to enter the building.
What meal plan do you guys suggest? Well, in general, it really depends on the lifestyle that you imagine yourself having. And I know many of you are here your first semester. You may have no idea what your lifestyle is going to be like and what your needs are. So you have to make your best guess at that, and then make changes or adjust moving forward in time. I personally favor the unlimited plans because that gives you the most flexibility. It provides for your ability to go in and socialize in the dining hall and not be worried about using up a meal swipe, or if you're just a little bit hungry or want a snack, you can go into the meal hall. And I think that that's just a great value. And it's a good way to just get to know how you're going to live on campus and give it a try. We have the NE14 as labeled recommended on the website, and that's just for somebody who really can't imagine. We just think that that's a safe bet, sort of an average, amount of food to get for a week, 2 meals a day. You can use CAT dollars, and you may be eating snacks out of your rooms or that kind of thing. It just depends. But you can always upgrade. So if you purchase a meal plan, one of the lower plans, and it's not working out for you in any week, and you find that you're running out of swipes or something like that, and that's happening over and over again, you can upgrade to the next level or to some level that you think will meet your needs. Do you have any comment about it?
No.
Okay. What time is the pavilion open and closed? When do they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner? I'll let Julie answer that one.
So I uploaded the fall hours of operation on the website so you can see what those look like. Right now we're still operating on summer hours. So if you just click on hours of operation, you can see what that looks like. But you'll hover over hours of operation to see, and we'll upload our other locations as those become confirmed. But you can take a look at what our overview of our daily operational hours are. There will be streamlined breakfast, lunch, dinner, and late night hours as per station. However, it is anytime dining. So if you swipe in anytime throughout the operational hours, you'll be able to find some food items. We do highly recommend that you go in during popular mealtime hours just to make sure you have the most options. Like for example, if you go in for breakfast, it's probably better to go in from 7 to 10 a.m. If you go in a little closer to lunch, you'll start to see a little less options as we're transitioning over to our lunch menus for the stations.
We lost our questions.
They're right here. I just moved the window
Oh
over.
yeah. What if you forget your CAT card? Well, we don't have the ability to use mobile
Yeah.
ID yet, but
Oh, we don't?
I don't know if the scanner is there.
Yeah.
There is a mobile ID app that you can download to your phone, and you can scan that as a form of payment. I'm pretty sure that's functional now.
Yeah. If you don't have your CAT card or your mobile ID, you will have to get that before you can come in. We do need that to verify your identity. If you're having issues with that, maybe it's after hours and you lost your CAT card and you aren't able to get a new CAT card, you can email us at dining@ucmerced.edu and we can work out an individual solution with you. Did we answer this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are vegan meals labeled? Yes, vegan meals are labeled. And we answered that one too. Why was the why was the change made to the meal system? Basically, we believe that this system will meet more people's needs than the old system. In the old system, there was limited availability for menu items. It was inefficient in terms of providing a variety of food to students. Students were either running out of money on their accounts early, or they had way too much money in the end. So it was very difficult to manage that. And so we designed a program that was modeled. We did a lot of research with other universities, other UC campuses, and modeled a program after what other campuses were doing, and made some adjustments to try to accommodate the specific needs of our students here at the UC. Are CAT dollars equivalent to $1 US? And the answer is yes. So 1 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
For late nighters, how late are meals available? How will this information be relayed to the incoming freshmen so they understand how the system works? Well, basically, the hours of operation are there. We're open as late as 11 o'clock. Some of the stations will be open there. The menu in the pavilion tab on the web page shows what menu items are available at what times and what days or what week in the cycle. So basically, by showing up, you should be able to see that, and by looking at the web page, you can find out what's available anytime. Can I swipe a friend into the building? You can swipe a friend into the building with a guest pass. You cannot swipe a friend into the building with your meal plan. The meal plan swipes are non-transferable. We've built this plan based on a cost of providing meals to each contract holder, each person who has a room and board contract. So it's really important that that is not abused.
So I keep seeing this question, the unlimited meal plan, is there any limit on items you pick? And the thing to understand is the swipe, all of the swipes are equivalent. So if you swipe into the pavilion, you can eat as much as you care to eat within the time that you sit in the pavilion. We don't restrict that for you. And no matter what plan you're on, that's the case. So if you swipe in within any 11 plan and you use one of your 11 swipes for that week, you can eat as much as you would if you were on the unlimited plan. It just limits you in terms of how many you're able to use within that week of time. And if you take a look at the, we have to move this over. So if you are bringing a guest into to eat with you, let's say your parents or someone, and they don't have, you don't have any guest passes for them to use, I think they're only available on, the prices are only listed on the commuter and the faculty staff plans. We can add those to the residential meal plans as well. But you can see what the price of a swipe would be if you weren't on a meal plan. So if a guest was coming in and you weren't using your swipes, you would pay in whatever form you would like to, cash, credit, debit. You could utilize your CAT dollars. You could even use dining dollars to purchase a swipe technically to enter into the pavilion.
And that leads into, many of you are residents on campus and have, can you take us to the commuter student page?
Yeah, I think we're on it right now.
Okay, yes. So we now have commuter student meal plans. So if you're living off campus, you're not a resident on campus, and you're not a resident with a contract at the Heritage Apartments, you can purchase a commuter meal plan. And these are sold in blocks, and there's also unlimited plans available. There are no CAT dollars included with these plans. Commuters can just add CAT dollars through the CashNet or the cashiering office. So these commuter plans will provide for 25, 50, 100, or 200 meal swipes in the pavilion. The swipes will roll over from year to year until you depart from the university. They are not refundable. So if you have leftover swipes and you graduate and leave, we're not refunding the balance of those swipes. But you have great flexibility in that in your junior year, if you're living off campus and you want to buy 100 meals to have lunch on campus, it could be a good value, purchasing them in that block, and then you can use them for the next 2 years or until you leave. So meant to say, if someone is feeling extra hungry one day and doesn't have an unlimited meal plan, can they use a guest pass for themselves?
Can you repeat that?
If someone is feeling extra hungry one day and doesn't have an unlimited plan, can they use a guest pass for themselves? I'm not sure why they would if they have swipes, unless they ran out of swipes for the week. So if you're on an NE11, for example, I could conceive of them. You know, maybe you were extra hungry in that week and you used them all up, and on Friday night you don't have any more swipes, but you're hungry. You could certainly use a guest pass. If that happens a lot, you may want to consider upgrading your meal plan. Why can't we take food out of the dining area? Basically, it's because it's a non-transferable meal service that we're providing, and there's no way to control people taking food and wasting it or giving it away to other people. And it provides a lot of trash waste on campus when we have a lot of to go. I don't know if you've seen, a food that's been dropped all over campus that has to be cleaned up. That kind of problem will go away. There will be a few snacks and limited carry-out items available to take away. If you want food to go, you can go to the food trucks, and those are all food to go places, and you would have to use your CAT dollars or meal plan dollars to pay for those, or cash. What are your comments regarding the quality of food that is provided at the pavilion? I think that the one of the things that this kind of all you care to eat plan provides for that is really beneficial to the students. I personally like it for myself going in there, is that you can go and get a portion of this from one station, a portion of that from another station, and really tailor the meal that you're eating there to your own tastes. Whereas before, if you're buying a meal from one station, you're spending your declining balance there, and you may not want to stand in line for another station. So I think there's a lot of flexibility in what you get to choose when you're in this plan. On the declining balance, a lot of people would order burgers because that's a high caloric punch for the dollar, and they would never order salads, and so salads were less frequently purchased and more expensive. And then kind of like a cycle down, and that opportunity to eat a salad is not chosen as much on the declining balance. So there's that aspect of it. Plus, going to just menu management for a set number of customers coming in to a meal period and the 3-week cycle. The chefs are really excited about being able to bring in better quality food and more variety, and to be able to respond to students' requests for certain kinds of menu items and build them into the menu. All of that is much more possible in the All You Care to Eat meal plan program. What happens if one swipes and then changes their minds about having a meal at that time? I'm not sure. That's a very good question. I'll go back to my technician and ask if we can refund a swipe. I'm sure that there is a way to do that, but you raise a good question there that I want to make sure that that's possible. Is there a link where we can see the menu? Yes, Julie is showing the menu.
I don't know where I'll put it here.
There.
And we're actively building this, so you'll see updates to not only the menu items, but the links to the ingredients list.
Are there any other questions for any of us here? We seem to be out of questions at the moment.
So there is a question here about our closing hours. And the question is, if you go in at 11 to eat a meal, will you have extra time to eat it? I think like any restaurant or business, we do hope to close at the operational closure times, but we're not going to push or force you out of the building. But we do have to do some closing procedures. So I would try to get in a bit earlier than the actual closing, but we're definitely not going to turn you away or not allow you to eat if you come in at closing times.
There's a question. Do you know what time the pavilion closes?
Did we answer that? So you can see the fall hours of operation on the website. I'll copy that link for you as well. And then we will update our other operational hours for the marketplace, for the lantern. Food truck operational hours will be uploaded as we start to finalize those, and you'll see those on the hours of operation tab.
Can you get access? Oh, I think we did that one. Okay, we're approaching the hour. We still have a few moments. If you think of any questions after the webinar and would like to get answers, just email that dining@ucmerced.edu address and email your question to us in writing, and we will get back to you with an answer. We answer all of those emails.
And there were a lot of questions in regards to how to add more cat dollars to your cat card. So I will upload the meal plan information to add a direct link to the MyBill account where you can add those anytime that you want to.
Yeah. Is the Common Grounds area included in the swipe? And the answer is yes.
Yes.
Any special holiday menu items? I'm not sure what the chefs have planned for the holiday menu, but I'm sure that they will be planning those. And that's another great feature of this kind of program, the All You Care to Eat meal plan program, is that there can be special menus, special special menus presented on certain holidays or certain theme days, or you can create theme menus. Are backpacks allowed in? Yes, backpacks are allowed into the dining hall. Jason, do you have anything you would like to add before we close?
No, I think it's been a good summary.
I'm looking to my technical assistants there to see if there's anything else that they think we should.
Someone raised their hand.
Leilani would actually like us to demonstrate something for her. She had asked earlier. She's having trouble selecting with her selection of meal plans for the Heritage residents. Can we demonstrate how to choose her option?
Did you hear that, Jason?
I did. So let me share my screen real quick. And for Heritage residents, you will select your plan like you would anywhere else. Once you have your room assignment in Heritage, when you go to select your plan, you now see the option of the any 6 per week meal plan for Heritage, and you would just need to select that. If for any reason that you don't see that, feel free to send us an email and we can take a look at it for you. But so far, it seems to be working for most people. So it's quick, same process as everybody else. You just get one additional option on your meal plan list.
Yes, we have had some people end up with the NE11, which is the default plan if you don't select, when they think they're selecting some other plan. And occasionally that happens, and you just have to go in and request the change of meal plan if you find that happen to you.
And as I ultimately, if the deadline comes and there's been a technical error in selecting your meal plan, reach out to us and we'll get that corrected.
So we have a question here on my portal. It says I have a Monday through Friday meal plan, but I want to change it to the everyday plan. However, it won't change it to the everyday meal plan. What do I do?
Can you send housing@ucmerced.edu an email including your student ID, and I can take a look at that for you and get that changed.
Okay, so they should send an email at housing@ucmerced.edu.
Yes.
And include your student ID number, and then Jason will take a look at that. Somebody missed the backpack answer. Yes, you can bring your backpack into the dining hall. How long are the lines usually? Every year is changed. This is the second year that we will have the pavilion open, and it is the first year that we'll have this meal plan program. Last year, when we began, we had a large crowd, a lot of people that came in there. I timed some of the people getting through. They all had food plates in their hand in 10 minutes with very long lines. With the All You Care to Eat plan, where you're paying with your swipe upon entering the facility, it's a lot easier. You don't have to wait for each customer to pay for their meal at each station. So I think it will be pretty quick most of the times. Are they building another dining hall? No, at this time, there's no plan to build another dining hall.
Another question.
Are students able to use meal plan dollars on food at the Lantern Cafe? And I believe the answer to that is yes. The meal plan dollars can be used at the Lantern Cafe as well as CAT dollars, cash and credit card. Are you aware of any webinars for housing so we can ask certain questions to prepare for move-in day? Are we aware of any housing webinar for move-in day?
We are in the process of scheduling one, so we'll be sending information out. Likely it's going to be around August 12th, I think is the tentative date. So once that's finalized, we'll communicate that out to our incoming students.
Is it true the food in the pavilion gets annoying after a while? I think that perhaps if you're in a habit and you're going to the same station all the time and you're paying on a declining balance and that's what works for you, yeah, it can get pretty annoying. But in the new program where you have available to you an ability to select from all of the different stations, that the variety should be there. The menu will be rotating every week for on a 3-week cycle. So and also you will be able to get a portion from one station, a portion from another station, and mix and match to make your own personalized meal. So I think that annoying issue should go away. And then we definitely have some ideas on how to keep it the variety going, and we'll work on doing some of those things as well.
And also provide feedback. We don't actually get a lot of feedback. So if there's something you want to see, if there's something that maybe your family prepared for you on a routine basis and you're feeling homesick, just suggest it to our email. And if we can incorporate that into a special menu, we definitely will try to do that.
Question, are there desserts such as soft serve?
So no, not at this time any ice cream or soft serve. But we have pies and cakes and a fruit bar. And if there's something else that you want to see aside from ice cream, definitely suggest that to us. I do believe that the Yablokov Wallace Dining Center and other locations on campus do offer some ice cream options, though.
Yes, there will be fruit at breakfast.
All day long.
All day long. Will students have to use a swipe to sit on the patio at the pavilion? And the answer to that question is yes. The patio is treated as the dining area or the seating area of the pavilion, and we won't be letting customers enter into the patio from outside. They will have to go inside and get a meal, but they will be able to go outside and sit in the patio and enjoy their meal. Any sushi spots on campus? Some, not really. There's sometimes nori rolls are made, but we don't really have sushi on campus. Where exactly will the cashiers be located at the pavilion? At the south side of the building, there are 2 doors, one leading towards Glacier Point and one leading towards the upper part of campus. There'll be cashiers at both of those doors. And on the opposite end of the building, near the dish drop and the beverage station, there'll be at that side door, there will be a cashier. Can you say an example meal for breakfast, cereal, oatmeal, smoothies, lunch, or dinner? I think the best place to see the sample is to go to the link we provided on the pavilion 3-week menu cycle. Yes, there is cereal and oatmeal. I don't think there's often smoothies there.
No smoothies, but there's a yogurt bar, and we have that available not only for breakfast but throughout the day too, I believe. Yeah, just to refer to the station 3-week rotation menu to see what kind of items we offer there.
Any Thai food on campus? Sam's Cafe in the Yablokov Wallace will be serving Thai food, and I'm sure there's Thai food on the pavilion menu. I think there's a Thai food truck as well. Where can I use my meal plan? You can use your meal plan, your swipes in the pavilion only, and you can use your CAT dollars anywhere around campus. Again, on the residential meal plan web page, you can see a table showing where you can spend your CAT dollars. The thing to remember is the swipes are in the pavilion only, and CAT dollars and meal plan dollars can be used in other locations. And the meal plan can be used in the marketplace only if you're using your CAT dollars or your meal plan dollars if you're at the Heritage. Will students get in trouble for bringing reusable containers into the pavilion? You want to try that one?
Well, you're not allowed to take items to go from the pavilion, and that does include in your own container, and that is definitely a food safety hazard as well. So we're not going to allow you to take food out in that container, but I mean, if you have it, we're not going to reprimand it from you. Yeah. There was a question about the salad bar. We do have 2 full-service salad bars. So you'll find fruit on there daily. You'll find salad items available through the morning into the closing of dinner. And there you'll also find the soup bar, the yogurt bar, the oatmeal bar. A lot of options on there.
Okay. Once again, it's been great to answer all these questions. There were a lot of great questions tonight. I hope this was helpful to you. If you think of anything after we close the webinar, just email us at ucmerced.edu. Somebody says, but mine hasn't been answered. I don't know which
What's
one
your
that
question?
is. Oh.
If we didn't answer your question, please reach out to us at dining@ucmerced.edu, and we can definitely get that answered for you.
How often is the food replaced? It's frequently.